We're here, Finch.
Oh, good. I've been trying to reach you. I couldn't get through. Look, I got another tip for you. Big lead on your next clue. So, come meet me. No time to lose.
Yeah, can do. What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king, welcome back to more Let's Play Destiny. In the last episode, we finished the mirror mission. Actually started and finished it all in one episode, which is rare. It was one of the shorter missions in the campaign, thankfully. But we're going to go back to Finch and have a talk with him before we go any further. See what he has to say about this entire situation. Ooh, that is actually a really good Amit AR2 roll that I actually got here. Might be end up holding on to that one. I think what I'm going to do is, I need to work on all of these deep sight resonances. Definitely going to be doing so immediately after this episode is done if I can. But let's talk to Finch real quick.
Whoa, you saw a what? A memory? See, I knew Sagira's shell would start us in the right direction. I knew it. Okay, here's the tip. Ever heard of Oryx? The Taken King? Savathun's brother? Yeah. Okay, I thought so. Savathun's got a temple dedicated to him. Look, I know what you're thinking. Who cares, right? But we found Sagira's shell in a temple dedicated to the sister Xivu. Imagine what we could find in Oryx's temple. Okay, as far as how we get in, well, you just leave that to me.
Finch is excited to hear of our progress and lets us in another lead. Hidden in the throne world is a monument to Savathun's brother, Oryx. Finch believes the location might hold more information about how Savathun acquired the light. Complete the Lightblade strike in the throne world. So, we need to actually do that first, but now we at least have access to these bounties, which is pretty darn good. So I'm going to be grabbing all of these that I can. And, yeah, we need to go do the Lightblade strike, which is going to be the focus of this episode. It's not nearly as long as the actual missions are, which is nice. So let's head back on into the world map and select this thing and jump right on in.
The Temple to Oryx is protected by one of Savathun's toughest warriors. He's guarding something you can use like you use Sagira's shell. But the only way in is through some old canals, which means we need a boat. Leave that part to me.
Now, the good news is that we don't have to deal with this on Legendary difficulty. It's absolutely not required. In fact, there is no Legendary difficulty for this one, so we should be able to get through this one pretty simply. Now, the Lightblade obviously is an homage to the Darkblade strike from the Taken King. Yes, Savathun has a total mirror warrior to the Darkblade that is more about, well, capturing the light. And this strike plays into that theme pretty heavily. And there must be a good reason for that, Finch. Now, we're going to be dealing with a lot of Hive light bearers in this mission, so keep that in mind as we go. But let's head down here. I'm going to smoke you out really quickly. That should do that, no problem. And we do have a light bearer down here, so let's kill him first if we can. Okay. Ow, that hurts. I took both of those hits. I literally strafed into those attacks. That was dumb. But yeah, oh, it's so much easier when they're not... when it's not legendary difficulty, I can play around with things so much more simply. Here we go. All right, so I'm gonna just kind of focus on using Layman Art for most of this. I love this strike, by the way. It's such a cool strike visually, and honestly, it's just cool mechanically as well. The fight itself is a lot of fun. I've already said many times in the past that the Darkblade was my favorite strike in all of Destiny 1, all of Destiny period, honestly, and it still is to this day, but Lightblade is a very good homage, if I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, I don't know. I need to think about that again. I might need to update my top Destiny strikes video from years past, because it definitely has a couple of entries that would be worth talking about at this point. But I still love the Darkblade. I still think that's such a great, well-designed strike. And that'll probably never change. It'll still be one of my all-time favorites.
Look, back there. The path is unblocked.
Already through it, Ghost.
So Savathun was impersonating Osiris, Ikora's friend and mentor, right? Maybe Ikora slipped up, said something that helped Savathun get at the light.
Whatever happened between them, this isn't Ikora's fault.
Sure. I'm just saying. Ikora is a spy master, right? And Osiris is her friend. Yeah, you'd think she would have noticed.
Savathun tricked all of us, including you and every other Hive Ghost. We're not going to let Ikora take this on herself.
Well, obviously not, but there is still the possibility that she messed up. You can't really rule that out.
Just hop on and I'll handle the rest.
Okay, now if we can just get both of my friends up here, that would be great. Luckily, this thing won't leave without them if they both jump on. Come on, you two. All right, and once this thing starts going, we're just going to be picking off Hive down the pathway.
Ah, there it is. Here we go. Boat's moving.
So just kind of one at a time here. I'll just let the poison do most of the work for me. I think one of these guys is using Sweet Business. Probably got that from the opening quest, which is hilarious. I already had Sweet Business going into this whole situation, so I didn't necessarily need it. Now, we're going to hit a point here soon where we're going to need to jump off because there is that door in the way. So what we need to do is there's 2 paths to go up, and you need to grab a void charge on each one. I am going to take this path before either of these 2 guys decide to because, well, I guess one of them's following me, which is, I suppose, all right. But I'm going to take these guys out as fast as I can. So let me do that really quickly. There we go. Destroy the ghost. And I am going to hop up here and grab myself the void charge. Then we're going to drop down and dunk it all the way over here. Now, hopefully that guy is not having too much of a trouble up there. I think he just took out the light bearer, which is good. If he absolutely needs the help, I can. Nope, he seems to be fine. Just the moth. So I'll let him take care of it while I hop onto the ferry here. But yeah, very beautiful strike visually. I love the areas that we go through in this strike. It's honestly just a total mishmash of everything that you'll find in the throne world in this strike. Just kind of condenses it all because you cover so much ground in this one. It's such a beautiful design.
Good job.
It really actually might be my new favorite the more I think about it. Even if it is relatively simple. It does have one section I'm not a huge fan of. Well, I don't know. That section's pretty cool, too. It's just a little bit frustrating gameplay-wise. I think the only time where this strike breaks apart for me is when you do it on Grandmaster. It can be a little bit frustrating. But even then, it's like, I don't know. I mean, I guess I would probably feel the same way about the Darkblade if that one had a Grandmaster variant. I mean, it was pretty bad on the Nightfall and at the higher difficulties, so maybe I am being a little too lenient on that one. So just take out every acolyte as we go. We're basically just a traveling turret at this point. There we go. All right, that should be all of them. Now we still have the Shrieker. Take out these moths that are flying towards it. Beautiful. All right. Don't ever jump off this ferry while it's going through this part, by the way. You will have a very hard time getting back on unless you're like amplified with arc. It's just not a good idea at almost any time. So yeah. Now we are going to be held up in here for a moment. So get ready.
Finch, we're stuck again.
Seriously, but I did the thing. It's just this hive tech. It's so archaic. Just give me a sec.
Okay, apparently everybody's just dropping dead one way or another. I don't know what they got. Oh, no. He just, I think, lagged out. That was incredibly strange. He fell off the map, but it didn't actually kill him. I don't know. That was bizarre. Yeah, when you see somebody drop but they don't actually die, that's typically a latency thing. Now, you can, if you want to, jump off the ferry and just jump down into this little spot right here, and then you're good to go down.
You said this is a temple to Oryx?
Yeah, that's right. Savathun's brother. The Taken King himself. Now be careful here. Something happened to this place. It's overgrown with darkness.
I can sense light here, though. I just can't see it. Maybe there's a safe path through.
Okay, so the way that this part works, if I can actually land my shots on these moths, is, do you remember the opening encounter from Crota's End back in Destiny 1, where you had to go from lamp to lamp? Well, it's the same thing here, because Weight of Darkness is going to slowly bear down on you as you go through, which means that it takes away your double jump, and eventually if it goes all the way down to times 10, it takes away your ability to sprint. Now you're going to have these moths to deal with, you're going to have screebs to deal with, and you can't actually see the lanterns themselves and where they're at unless you go through these, I don't even think the lanterns even have an effect unless you go through these little portals here, so keep an eye out for them. But we're going to take everything out as we move. We have kind of left this guy behind, but that's okay. I think we'll be fine. Luckily, the lanterns do get rid of Weight of Darkness pretty fast. And there are also multiple pathways through this whole thing, too, so do keep that in mind. Okay, let's get rid of that one really quickly. Now, the moths will actually follow you through this entire place, so do be quick. But luckily, as soon as you get to the end of this area, it will remove Weight of Darkness for everyone in the fire team, so you don't actually need to hang around for too long. Just move to this next area, and Weight of Darkness is gone. Right there.
Looks like we're all clear, Finch. We're heading in.
Careful. The knight guarding this place? He's an old rival of Oryx, and he's no joke. Pretty funny that Sabathun has him guarding Oryx's temple, though.
Yeah, an old rival of Oryx's, huh? Could it possibly be the same guy, Alakul? Maybe. Don't know why he would have light in his possession this time. We kind of killed him before, but I don't know. Guess we'll have to find out. Watch out for those moths. They are going to cause you a whole lot of trouble. And remember that they don't want anything to do with the Scorn, so they're not going to be going after the Scorn and trying to bond with them like they do with the Hive. All right, once we go up over here, we are going to start running into a lot of big enemies. We're going to want to take them out as quickly as possible. So I'm going to fire a couple of those over there. Okay, apparently everybody had the same idea. I'm going to use this last shot on this abomination here. So let me take him out. Okay, there we go. Now, if I can just get rid of all you guys, that would be great. Blighted Gatekeeper, huh? Pardon me. There we go. All right, they are all dead. There are going to be more Scorn spawning behind us, so do watch out for them. Let me just kill all these Shriekers really quickly, because they are the biggest problem causers here. Beautiful. And that should mostly clear a path for everybody. There seems to be a few more high-level enemies in the back giving them trouble, but I'll just kind of cover them as they make their way up the slope here. There we go. Beautiful. Good job, guys. I'm not going to waste my heavy on that thing anyway. And now all that remains is the boss itself. This is where things get fun. So, remember how in the Darkblade Strike, we had to fight something in the complete dark that was constantly trying to attack us? Well, the Lightblade is kind of similar, but in a much more spread out room. And here's the thing, the Lightblade actually generates orbs of power that you can pick up throughout the strike. So, every single time he is vulnerable to attack, I highly recommend running around and grabbing all of these things so that you can absolutely super him to death. Once you do that, you begin the first health threshold, and now you have to start killing some things. You have a light bearer to deal with and some knights that you're going to need to kill to bring him back and make him vulnerable again. Don't stand in that little cloud right there. That will hurt you pretty badly, or at least I think it actually drains your super energy now that I think about it. So I wouldn't mess with that too much. And there we go. We got a little debuff on him. They can still mostly see. Woo! That was close. And he is not even supposed to be in this spot, too. He's supposed to be in the middle of the area, actually. Try to stay off the ground so you don't have to deal with those Cursed Thralls. Jump out of the way of those, because those are suppressor grenades, and they are not fun to deal with. There we go. So now we should be able to start hitting him again. So I'm going to use this opportunity while I'm invis to grab these Orbs of Power once again. So like I said, I can fill up on Super here really fast. And we can get him down in his health once more. And now that all of these guys have started to spawn in, we can tether them, get some more damage in here. That's what I like to see. Okay, I'm going to just kind of tank this damage for a moment. Okay, the problem is I don't think I can get to that. I can try. Oh, that's really risky. Oh, I don't like being in that. Thank you. Get me out. Okay, we're fine. Now we just got to get rid of the Yellow Bar Knights. Now, while everybody does that, I'm going to run around and grab some more Orbs of Power. Watch out for these Cursed Thrall. Oh, man. Okay, now we have one more super to take care of him once he finally is vulnerable again. Just going to take care of all of these friends that he has floating around. Almost got him. Beautiful. Just focus. I'm focusing mostly on the Revenant Knights just because they are such a pain in the neck to deal with. There we go. Hit him with that. Oh, is he vulnerable again? He is. Get him. And that almost did it. Almost got him. Okay, dodge out of the way. There we go. Go back up into my tether. Thank you very much. And boom. Beautiful. But what's that down there? We need to get a tablet of some sort. Let's have a look.
The tablet's hide a
beetle.
Finch, you were right. We found something. It's a piece of the Tablets of Ruin. The tablets Oryx used to create Taken.
I was right. I was right. I knew it. I knew the Taken were involved somehow.
Alak Hul's ghost got away. It just left his body here.
Contingency plan. They're learning. Trying to stay a step ahead of you. But you got the tablet. That's the important part. That gets us one step closer to taking down the Witch Queen.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for this episode of Let's Play Destiny. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this episode very, very much. In the next episode, we're going to be heading on into the Altar of Reflection, a brand new activity type that we've kind of seen, but not really. And it's one that we're going to be wanting to return back to multiple times as we continue throughout this expansion. So thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this episode very, very much, and I will see you all in the next one.